Hey, what's up, guys? Turning and we're back with a brand new Rostermania video. So the day I'm recording this, it is the 24th, which will be the day that I upload it. So the first big Rostermania move, I think, was Bance coming to Red Reserve, which I think that really kind of rounds out that squad. I think that he'll fit well with them. I do think that they would prefer to have had like a Jerd. I think that he would have fit even better with that team. But overall, I think that Red Reserve is going to be really, really good this year. And, it's not just going to be, you know, I would have been worried about the roster, regional thing. You know, EU and NA teams competing for spots. I would have been worried about that this year for them. If they would have gotten a lesser player. But I think that Bance really kind of just rounds them out. And I think that's really, really important, especially when you have, you have every key part of that team on the team. You have your studded main AR and rated. You have your superstar SMG and scraps. Bance just a really, really all good or well-rounded player in general. Zero, more of your flex type role. Joe can play whatever. And, it's just the leadership on that team, I think, is, another huge thing is so, Red Reserve may have had one way of playing the game, but with Bance coming in, and Splice's way of playing the game, Bance has been an animal throughout Jetpack games. And I know this isn't directly going to be a Jetpack game, but it's definitely going to be something very, very close. And I think that's going to be huge for them. Getting that pickup of Bance, and I think that they will go very, very, very far with that roster. So the next roster change that we're going to talk about is, let me check my notepad. Evil Geniuses to Envy. So this is interesting because I don't think anybody really saw this coming. I mean, if it would have ever been brought up, it really would have made sense for that team to go to Envy. One, because Envy's just a more well-rounded org in general, and I mean, Hook, he fits that team very, very, very well. Like, just him being able to pair up with Apathy, maybe learn a few things from Apathy. Obviously, Apathy having 2 rings and being around as long as he has, but still being that aggressive sub like Hook is, an efficient sub at that. So I think that that's really important to have, sort of not even, a mean veteran leadership like a Slasher, but an Apathy who can kind of show him the way. And I think that that'll be huge for him and his development as a player overall. And I think that there's definitely one of the better roster moves that could have happened for that team, with Aches being, the end game leader. Bevels at coach, which I think that's going to be huge next year for Bevels, because 5v5 S&D is going to be a lot more strategic in my opinion. So, it's just, he's going to bring a lot to the table in terms of that. And I'm honestly surprised other teams didn't really try getting some coaches this offseason. Obviously, nothing's over, but, it's always interesting just to see how nothing's been announced. So the next thing that I want to talk about is Spacely put out a tweet basically saying that one person was holding up the entire Rostermania. And he hinted at him being back on a top team. And when someone commented and said, so this means you'll be on a top team next year? And then he said, think so. So, obviously, I'm not too sure what that team would be. But the person I'm guessing who's kind of holding everything up is Karma. And that's what I've heard from other people too, is that he's holding it up due to the fact that he wants to play with John. Now, Karma and John playing together would be on this mystery org owner that we still have yet to figure out. That's more than likely the team that it would be on. And that team would be crazy. Just the names you already have, the Slasher, the John, the Karma, you could probably stick any 2 players that are halfway decent there, and that will be a great roster. And I think, obviously, it's all speculation. Nothing has been announced, but I mean, just getting Slasher and John is huge. But what does that mean for, teams like Rise Nation? Maybe maybe Rise Nation tries to pick up a classic or a Chino or something of that sort. But I think it's gonna be a really huge thing to just kind of see where Karma will make a decision to go, I guess, because it is a huge decision. If he does go back to Optic, they may still have the same problems. They did say it was not. It was kind of covered up that it was Scump, but you might still have the same problems. Or it might be a honeymoon phase again, and that's something that's very, very important for teams. And I think that either way, whatever team he goes to, they will be really, really good just because of the veteran leadership and just the talent that he has. And I think that he wants to compete now, and he knows that sitting out is not fun, and he's not going to let him get back to that point. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like. Comment down in the comments what you think about the whole Rostermania situation, the EG situation, Bance going to Red Reserve. Make sure to comment that down below. Leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace.